And Eugene, the house is extremely charred right now after that fire sparked sometime overnight in the hours right after Christmas. The homeowner tells us the house is vacant. She hasn't lived here because she's been displaced since the hurricane. I want to show you the video because it's very dark out here right now that shows you when those flames were going, the flames shooting into the sky out of the home as firefighters were working to put it out overnight. A short time later, it did start to rain, and that may have helped firefighters extinguish the fire. Meantime, as I said earlier, we did talk to the homeowner who tells us that she has no idea how this started because there's currently no power in the house. And again, she's been out of it since the hurricane.
They have not given me any indication as to what caused the fire, how it started, where it started, or anything like that. I was just called by my sister who said, "Come quick, your house is on fire."
A very desperate situation for this woman, especially right around Christmas. There is some speculation from neighbors. Of course, there's no official cause of the start of this fire, but neighbors telling us that there were some children that were shooting off fireworks in the back. They believe that's what may have sparked it. At this point, it's unclear if the house is a total loss. We're live in Miami Gardens. Riel Creighton, CBS 4 This Morning. Eugene and Lauren, this is a veteran officer, 70-year-old Lieutenant Gary King, a former City of Miami police officer, retired Miami-Dade police officer, currently works for the City of Doral. Police say that shooting happening as he was returning home with his family. I want you to take a look at the video as this scene was unfolding earlier. Investigators say King, off duty at the time, shot in the arm once during an armed robbery, and it's possible that he was being followed and was indeed followed home at the time. After firing, the suspects then stole his gun and took off. Multiple agencies responded to this. Police now on the hunt for 2, possibly 3 men. Take a listen.
In a red 4-door car, Toyota, either a Corolla or a Camry. They're armed and they're brazen enough to be able to commit this type of act. They will be considered armed and dangerous.
Yes, investigators say the suspects took off with King's service weapon, so indeed they are armed with the officer's own gun at the very least. Police asking anyone with information to come forward. Call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers. That number 305-471-TIPS. We're live on Palmetto Bay. Riel Creighton, CBS 4 This Morning.
Okay.
Lauren and Eugene, we're still working to get a lot of information for you. Details are still very limited for you, but this is at Northwest 36th Street and State Road 7 in Lauderdale Lakes. We've watched what you said, what you talked about is a very large police presence out here, at least over a dozen officers focusing their investigation, or they seem to be focused on this area over here where you can see a group of people gathered. Police providing little information, but according to witnesses, this is where overnight at a nightclub, that is a nightclub, a woman, they say, was shot in the head outside of the club. A woman telling us that her husband called her from inside the building saying that police are not letting anyone out after that shooting happened. The victim, who at this point has not been identified, was rushed to the hospital. We watched this morning as people seem to be stepping in and out of this door. We've seen people being interviewed by police, but again, we're still working to get more information on exactly what happened here. But again, according to witnesses, they're saying that there was a shooting that happened right outside of this club. As soon as we get more, we will pass it along to you this morning. For now, we're live in Lauderdale Lakes. Riel Creighton, CBS 4 This Morning.
Riel, thanks.